Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, once again, it is showtime. Turtle Daredevil. My, that's a old-looking man, you know. And here we are back in Aethus, where we will resume. Maybe you'll note I built this. This is brand new. For those who were here a couple days ago when I died and was very unhappy, last night I spent like half an hour gathering materials that I could sell, which I did, so that I could get oxygen filters too, so I could recover everything that was on my body when I was medevaced out. And then I spent a couple hours gathering more stuff to build that so that I can go straight from the surface down 2 levels. And let's see, we're going to start by building a new hab out there near that. And that's going to be my new home because that is far more useful than spending 3 to 5 minutes running all the way down. And spending, 30 or 45 seconds running to over here doesn't make a lot of sense either. I'm probably going to have to blast down some of these big things. In fact, I know I'm going to have to. Well, we can start by removing the little stuff. And presumably, this one's going to need a medium? Nope, a large charge. It will be large and in charge. That's a small. We can use a small and a medium. I mean, a small and a large, right? Yeah, a small and a large for starters. Although, what's that one? That's a medium. Okay, that whole thing's a medium. That one is a large charge, because it's large and in charge. So I guess a small, a medium, and a large charge. Ooh, we're going to have an earth-shattering kaboom! I went the wrong, not fast way. In fact, not the way to go at all. One large, one medium, and one small to blow the living crap out of some outcrops. Give me enough room to build. That is sandstone shards, so let's go there. The vegetable material can go in there. We need a small, a medium, and a large. None will be in there. Nope. Nope. That's mining explosives. That's used on mining nodes, so that's not helpful. That's a terraforming charge. Did I sell all of my large, medium, and small ones? Terraforming charge. Terraforming charge medium. Oh, okay, yeah. Got a medium and a large. We need a small. Okay, maybe we do not have any smalls? I'm going to give a quick check again, because now I'm a little more careful about what I'm looking for. That's a Quake Maker charge, which is used, obviously, for making quakes. I mean, come on, duh. That's another large. Allanite drill. Guess we're going to have to make a small, then. Well, let's double check. Double checking doesn't cost anything but a little bit of time. How about a small terraforming? Alright, we now have one each. Small, medium, large A4. I'm about to clear out a little space around the climber so that I can start building a new hab area, because, you know, 30 to 45 seconds running back and forth, that's too long. Slowly extend your base that way, clearing as you go, yeah. Okay, so this is the small I'm gonna hit. We have a small, don't we? That's a small. Got about halfway so far. And that is throw by R. Is that the small? I can't remember now. That's the small, right? Why is it not telling me? It is a small outcrop. Okay. All right. So we go to 3, and we go R. Fire in the hole. Lots of stuff. That's the small. Next up, we have a medium. That's the medium. Fire in the hole. I am carrying a lot of regolith now. For the large, I think we go with the really large one, not the sort of adjacent, large-ish one. Oh, that's right. You mouse over and then hit the button. Big fire in the hole. Thermonuclear explosion in the hole. Okay, not quite a thermonuclear explosion. You understand. Apparently it manages to pretty much vaporize everything. I'm assuming that is just a mountain that we cannot remove. But what I can do is start my core hab. Very close by, say here. Yeah, I can't have it colliding with me, apparently. I don't know why. I got no issue with that. Door seal. And airlock are things I can now build, okay? First thing we need to build here, however, is the platform. Yeah, airlocks and door seals must be connected to other structures as well as platforms using airlocks. You can use a door seal to close off unused entrances. Click. Ah, so we need to actually build the door seals or airlocks. Interesting. So we can't use this yet because we need to build door seals and airlocks. Okay, so door seals. Why they no clicky? Oh, pointing the wrong way? Oh. Ah, okay, that makes sense. What other structures can we build? We can build a standard hab, but I don't think we want that. The welfare hab, connector, short connector, micro connector, and then a four-way connector. So if we build a micro connector, that doesn't appear like that connects correctly. Because it's not locking into place. Okay, it needs an airlock. Okay. Sadly, we need to build, what was that? Electronics, I assume? We'll build a couple of those then. Well, it has to be separated by an airlock just in case, you know, there's a sudden lack of pressure. Power cell. Was it a basic electronics? Was it green or ammo green? It's green. Mean a lack of pressure to the same pressure. Shh, quiet. Don't pick nits. Let's make a few of these. Just, you know, to be on the safe side. So it did take me about, I don't know, 2.5 hours worth of work to get my stuff back and then get everything made to make the platform out there so I can go down. Do both sides need? I probably better take two. I'm going to take two, just in case. Because what else do I want to build? I'm going to want to build the airlock, and then the only other thing we've got right now is the welfare habitat, which isn't bad. Basically allows you to get better sleep. Just one airlock between the two. Okay, good. And then I can go with the micro connector and an airlock. Oh yes, I know. There's a bunch of the other stuff I saw that immediately made me go, ooh. But I just want to get something up and running here. Manufacturing hab will be your next new core. That makes perfect sense. In fact, maybe what I actually want, actually want, Wait, did I not build a door seal on this one? Oh yeah, this one's sealed. Okay. The other one I didn't. I think I'll build the welfare hab off here. We'll see. I may need to blow that thing up first. Probably will. But we'll go ahead and drop it here anyway. So here we want an airlock. And I don't have enough of something. Yeah, I do. Oh, I do not have enough. Oh, time to make more bricks. I need to make more bricks. Come on, catch up. Ain't got all day to wait for you. Actually, I kind of do. Many years ago, when I first saw the first Mummy film with Brendan Fraser, my comments on it were, they aimed low and knocked it out of the park. That's my same comment for this game. They aimed low and they just absolutely destroyed it. It's so good. That's a lot of regolith. You definitely paid double for this game. I was expecting it to ship at 30, maybe 40, and I was dubious at 40, and then it came out at 20 and with a 20% discount. Yeah, I was sold. How many do I have? How many bricks do I have? Don't see a number anywhere. Do I really have no bricks, or did they just not show up because there's nothing I can craft with them? No bricks. No bricks. No bricks. No bricks. No bricks. I think they just don't... I just didn't have any. I have enough for the welfare hub. But I also want to build a seal then on the other door. Door seal requires 3. I've got plenty. All right. You've put half that into some AAAs? Yeah, I've put less. I've got 10 in. Well, to my credit, and I will pat myself on the back for this. Hold on. Of all the games I played in the Next Fest, this was the only one that I wishlisted. All right, those doors are now sealed for now. It's gonna... I don't think we're gonna fit. Not quite. But we might. We almost fit. Okay, that one needs what, a medium? That needs a medium outcrop. They crossed me, so they had to pay the ultimate price. Or at least like the penultimate price, the next to the biggest price. We're gonna need, well, we may not need that one out, actually, after all. Okay, we're fine. I need a medium. Don't think I had any other mediums. Because the smalls are still showing up in my inventory, even though I'm not, or am I carrying? I am carrying. We need a medium. Yeah, it's just a delightful little game, and I'm actually really glad that, at least so far, and no spoilers, I haven't run into any combat. That's just not something I really need in this kind of game all of the time. Can I make mediums here? Probably not. No. Wow. No spoilers, really not had any encounters yet. Yeah, I don't appear to be able to make medium terraforming charges. Is that correct? I have a large. I don't want to use a large when a medium will do. I got smalls. Check the market. That's upgrades. Not obvious. Market. Market purchases. Crafting plans. Terraforming charge medium. 1,650. And it's going to cost all of that? Are you kidding me? That's highway robbery. Without, you know, a highway. Yeah, I know. So 2 kaolinite frames and 1 micro circuit. Right, no, I understood that. And 2 more kaolinite frames. It's highway robbery to make, is what I meant. Not the 1,600 and something. I have enough for 2 kaolinite frames. Yes, but do I really care if it's a problem for you? Of course not. It's a problem for me now. All right, medium. A new world awaits you at the off-world colonies. A chance to begin again in a land of golden opportunity and adventure. Now when you need multiple larges, and you need a small to craft a medium, and a medium to craft a large, plus a bunch of other shit. You're not soothing my outrage, sir. All right, medium. Our sheep blows. Well, just because I'm a completist and I hate vegetables. Seriously, all of them. I just hate them. The welfare habitat of your dreams awaits you at the off-world colonies. A chance to begin again in a golden land of opportunity and adventure. You've had 1 death in game so far. It's when a tree fell on your base. You deserved it. Not to put too fine a point on it, but clearly that was deserved. Well, this will be my home. But for now, it's time to actually do something. It's time to drop off all the things I picked up. Laughing at you taking 2 hours to get your stuff back in the crater right now. Oh no, I got that yesterday. I spent about half an hour just making stuff just to sell. Sold it, went down, and then spent about 2 hours making the top of the climber. So it took me about a half an hour. And all I had to do was just do a couple of drops down and carve out some gems, basically. And that was about it. All right, we got more of that. We drop that. And that. And that there. That is a resub from 4Pine. Thank you very, very much. That's just to get rid of the fucking ads. Well, yes. Also, you're close to 3 years now. Thank you for. Yeah, there's no reason not to fire it off at anyone you find it even slightly amusing. Yeah, pretty much anyone can use, $2.50. I'd worry about someone who had absolutely no use for $2.50. But this, I'm going down, down, down. Twitch can have, a couple of their own dollars back. Exactly. So we can go down to Facility Delta, but why bother? Facility Epsilon awaits. I want to really quickly check the crew quarters again. I don't think. Well, I don't think. Right. Yep, that one's opens based on proximity, and it isn't opening. I wanted to double check the names. Yeah, that is George Broussard. I can't open it. That is Nkudi Sinclair. Can't open it. That one is Grant Harlow. Can't open it. And that one is Lisa Chapman. And still the only card I have is Anthony Shins. Stop beeping. Thank you. All right, I'm going to try to avoid dying again, if that's all right with everyone. I'm going to try to reach Kappa where I failed to get last time and died. I haven't tried it a second time. Basically, all I did last night in here was grab a few necessaries to make the ingots for the top of the climber. But dying is such great content. Yeah, sorta, no. Facility Kappa. That is a place I would like to take a look at, but that can wait. I am trying to get to Kappa. I do wish that we actually had words below the icons at the top of the map. Okay, Faculty Kappa is this way. See, I got here and I don't think this opened. It requires a servo motor. Okay. And then I got lost on the way back, was what happened. I think I went in there, which is not correct. I really wish we could scroll our camera up higher to see more things. That is a resubscription from Senegal. How you doing? Give me just a minute here to get back inside so I don't suffocate and die. Again. And we're almost there. We're almost back. Senegal has resubscribed. Makes a good point. Here's a little bit less than 250. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. The donations are always nice. Your company is always nicer. And I don't just say that to suck up. That's actually what I mean. Having more people around makes it more fun for me. I'm not doing this for the money. I'm doing it for the chicks. All right. No, that's true. You're not a chick, Vorp. All right, so now we will try that other little place, and I need a servo motor. All right. Facility Mu, or Mew, I've never been sure how that's supposed to be pronounced, over there. All right, looks like a big gun. Automated laser drill. This requires Tangrite focusing lens, the cargo drone, and it will get deep stone. But I must have been here previously because we already have discovered... God damn it. We've already discovered the log here. Drill site 4, Tangrite focusing lens. Warning, fragile contents. Anything else here? No. Just looking for a node or two to mine for some goodies. If I can't find any of that, I'll just take all this that I can. And we'll just sell. That didn't have much weight. A new crafting recipe said sugar plant seeds. Whoop, there goes another sugar tree plant. Dum, dum. Displayed resources may be gathered when harvested. Am I not close enough? Oh, there we go. That's a recipe behind. That I did not find? Oxygen Dome Mark II recipe. I do like the color scheme they've chosen for the blueprints. A blue that stands out pretty well. The color scheming has been very nicely done. I don't know how you're feeling. I'm feeling okay, but thank you for asking. Well, I mean, I'm feeling okay for an old man. Let's take it all the way up, because we need a thingy. I mean, look at the low-class digs I'm currently living in compared to that new, shiny place I'll be moving into shortly. It'll be awesome. Don't need to hear about you taking a thing. Yeah, that wasn't what I meant. Can't take you anywhere, can we? Drop that there. Drop that. The pollen stalk. And life shroom. Can only be used for crafting in a thing I do not have yet. But all good things to those who wait. That's the theory, anyway. What was that I needed to make? Servo motor. Servo motor. I need 3 more microcircuits and 2 more kaolinite frames. Alright. Alright, how are we doing on Kaolianite? Got a little bit of ore. So that just goes through the regular smelter then. We may actually have that sitting in the smelter. We have one. We need more Kaolianite. Am I missing Kaolianite? Time to check around and see if we've got Kaolianite just sitting around. I think we've got some. That's the Caloxite. Sadly, they look very, very similar and are named very similarly. Not nuts about that. More Kaolianite. That's the Caloxite. And that's Kaolianite. And I believe it was 2 of Kaolianite frames. We need more oxite. You're low on oxite. Something gives us oxide. I don't remember what it is. That does. If we turn off that recipe and turn on the other recipe. Is that caloxite? That's caloxite. Okay. Turn that back on. Get the caloxite back out. We'll turn that off for now so we can get some oxide. Did you get that oxidated caloxite miner going with all the pools surrounding it? No, I was using that for something. I don't recall what exactly. I was using that drill. I would have to check and see what drill that needs. Probably the Kaolianite. Let's see, we need 2 Kaolianite frames, which we can make. That is the caloxite, Kaolianite. Good. Did we turn back on the other one? We did now. Back at the electronics, I think. Yep, the servo motor. We need 3 microcircuits. We have enough for 2, because of course we do. Let's make some more gold. Where's our gold ore? That will be enough. Right, yeah, I know the area. I was running around there. I don't remember what I was getting. I think I was running around getting the caloxite. Microcircuits, still only 2. Why only 2? Carrying 2. Okay. Do I not have enough of the crushed rubyite? I don't. Okay, dust rubies. Alright, where are the dust rubies? 2 of them will do. Hey, Lone Star Wolf, how you doing? It's in here, I think. Indeed. Oh, we have a whole bunch of the dust in there. What else do we have in there? What other goodies do we have in there? Yeah, a fair number of goodies. That's the Callionite ore. Drop it in here for now. And it's full. Because of course it is. So now, can we make the 3 microcircuits we need? We can make 4. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Servo motor. We made the frames. Did I not pick them up? I did not pick them up. I have picked them up. And here we go. A servo motor, everyone. A servo motor. Yeah, the storage unification isn't great. It's fine. It's workable. It's just, you know, it's not something that you're going to look at and go, yeah, this is just about right. It's okay. I would also, I think, if I've got one around, I think I probably sold them all. We have at least one. An emergency oxygen dome seems like a good idea to me. Call me crazy. Go ahead, I'll wait. The worst is the ingots being refined and the damn frames being needed by electronics, but you can't make them in that bench. Yeah. It is dusk. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. If I build mode and I select the item, it doesn't allow me to, oh, there it is, move. What does dismantle do? Refunds all resources. Must remove linked objects before removing. Ah, okay. In other words, I have to move, pick up Jenkins. We'll move our bed to our brand new home. It's the only thing we've got there. We'll have to step outside if we need, you know, freshening up. Right next to the smoking crater? Sure. Actually, it's not smoking, it's foggy. I could make 38 beds, but I'll settle for just the one. We'll have a quick little lay down. Let's Let's see, why can I not set him down? I couldn't. It was difficult for me to figure out how to start placing him in the first place. I just want to place him down. Journal throw item. Can I place item? Don't want to throw it. Is it done with the build mode? It is. There we go. Jenkins and me, we're going to catch some dreams. Some sleeps. We'll wake in the morning. I have awakened. I am fully rested. I have a buff for 10 minutes. Consumables are more effective and movement speed is increased by 10%. We have the servo motor we need. Down to Facility Epsilon, and we're going to hoof it over to Kappa. No cap. Are these additive, these speed boosts? They are additive. My movement speed is a blinding 25% faster. Open says me. Facility Kappa. Facility Kappa. Undersea dam. Dam! There we go, we got it. Good idea to keep a spare power cell on you just in case. Makes sense. This is Kappa, right? Yep. Should be.
Well, I have the signal coordinates, but it's just water.
Promises are important, they said.
Oh, we can't get oxygen here. That's not great. We got a blueprint.
You do know humans have to live underwater, right?
What's that across the water from us?
Could be what caused the flooding. Isn't it draining?
You can. It's right there by the elevator. I don't see an elevator. Oh, yeah, there it is. Thank you. I just didn't see it. We've got an auto-injector and Fauser crystals. The elevator goes down to an underwater hab thing. Oh, we got a box. Industrial tools. I've been called worse by better. Something broke through here. Could have saved the servo motor if I'd known that, maybe. Construction theme. That's for the housing, to make your house look cooler. So, that is a mycelial tower. Doesn't look like there's anything else over here. Well, deep stone node. I broke one of those up and sold the gem out of it for a good chunk of change. Fishing lures. Hack together device utilizing arc gravity tether technology. That's an interesting thing. I'm going to get back into the oxygen and read that. Shipping log, that was the focusing lens. Alright, mate, do you fancy some fishing next rest period? I don't know, I've been picking up extra shifts. Oh, come on, you need a break. Gotta get out of that big metal box you live in. We finished setting up the fishing spot, so it's a lot comfier than before. Well, it would be nice to be by the water again. Yeah, come on, jungle's really nice right now. I don't know how the seasons work down here, but it's a lot cooler than usual. Okay, fine, I'll meet you at Kappa and you can show me the way. Awesome, it's not far. Just across the dam, but we'll go together. Gotta go, Harlow's on the warpath. So, is this probably going to need like a servo motor too? It's going to need a power cell. Which I don't have. Okay, so we're going to need a power cell. We got gold! A power cell. Make sure there's nothing else behind this one. Circuit breaker. Ah, we already... Yeah, we got that to turn it on. That's going to need another servo motor. Alright, so we need a servo motor and a power cell. We get in over here.
Someone would see its logistics experience and its transport went up.
It connects to the facility and internals. Back to container and you're right.
We got O2.
Forgetting all that sparkly treasure back up.
Gonna run around a little bit more, make sure I haven't missed anything in here. I mean, oh, look, I mean, there's the chest and there's a blueprint in there and... Storage in there. I can see a blueprint and a couple of boxes, and I can't get it open. Door console. I suppose this is, no. Can't go in there. Okay, here. We've nabbed everything that's nabbable, and now we're back in this chamber. That's storage. That just leaves us in here to this cargo bay. where we were able to jump in there and get stuff. But Vorp said the only way he could get in there basically was by exploiting in, he thinks. So, unlike him, I'm not a cheater. I'm kidding. I'm a cheater. And this is the vault. This airlock. Not open. That just leaves us with the facility control. An Arcola! Yeah, and that was one of the hardened data storage drives we can't access. We haven't learned how to make yet. A bypass mall. We already locked that in. I think this is how we got this. So that we could make the thing up the top level. I believe. And this, we can't get through. Automated door which opens and closes on proximity, or not. In this case. Alright, so I think we have double-checked everything around these parts. Don't suppose I can get close enough to... No. Alright, we're back in the climber. Back to the surface. Where we need another servo motor and a power cell. Probably have to go down and farm up some more stuff. See if there's anything we can sell. Servo motor and power cell. Power cell. We're going to need 2 more Kaolite frames. We need more oxide. More caloxide to make the oxide. That's the Kaolite. That's the last of our caloxite. Kaolite, building materials, caloxite. Yep, that's what we want. That should give us enough. Like chalky milk with dino nuggies and some strawberry slices, I assume? No, apple slices. I liked chalky milk when I was younger, but now I mostly don't drink milk. Although I did buy some chocolate milk a few years back. No fat. Dino nuggies, not so much. I've never been a huge nuggets guy. They're basically a neutral. All they are really is a delivery system for a dip of some sort. And therefore, I don't find them particularly interesting. Apple slices would be nice. Green apple. I don't care for most red apples. We need that. We need most of that. I also have no use for Snuggies yet. I mean, my time is probably coming. Let's see, power cell. We need 2 Kaolite frames. Let's make 2 Kaolite frames, and then we'll have a power cell. I can grow it out, but it comes in really scrubby. And this is not particularly full, but it looks good. Reasonably good. The rest does not. It just all looks scrubby everywhere else. And this is not particularly rich and fulgent. I said rich and fulgent. I can't believe I actually used that. Power cell. I'm not sure fulgent is even correct. Alright, a quick check to sell some stuff. Beard thick when I was younger? Nope. When you're older, you lose hair. Well, I lost most of my head hair this much about by the time I was 20. So after 45 years, it doesn't really bother me anymore. You know? What can we sell? Vitaglass. Industrial tools. Yep, I am serious. Wasn't happy about it at the time, I can assure you that. Focer crystals. Okay, that's used in glass production. Anything else that I can sell? Packaged foodstuffs, used to create meals. We need the oxide. And that is pretty much all. We've got jaspite. Can be forged into bars. The fishing lures. Those are worth a lot. Throw at a liquid pool to activate. Make sure to stand nearby to allow for delivery. Arc Cola. You know, I'm going to go ahead and sell the Arc Cola. Alright, we have 8,800 credits now. Superheated kiln. I don't think we have anything that requires it yet. Prospecting bench. Customization kiosk. The cargo habitat. An airlock must be attached to a doorway. Storage crates can control. Yeah, we want that. Greenhouse we don't need yet. Manufacturing. We would like both of those. Cargo and manufacturing. We can afford them both. Oh, I can't use the manufacturing. It's tier 3 yet. But we can get the cargo. Do I have native ancestry? No, I'm from mostly Germany, Scandinavia, and what used to be Bohemia, which is now Czech Republic. What else do we got? I am not familiar with Bernard Albertson. Unless he has something to do with Albertson's grocery store. And he probably doesn't. Let's see. I need to dump some more stuff off. Hey, we've got space. It is the final frontier. Use to unlock, then build a node. Mining explosives, falser crystals, jaspite ore, deep stone. Drop the rest of it off over there. Could smoke a joint. Only smoked a joint once in my life. I've been drinking rather heavily, and it put me to sleep. I did try edibles, more or less, a couple of times. You use sublinguals. Either they did absolutely nothing or they destroyed me. Neither of those did I find a particularly helpful result. I was looking for something a little bit something else. Now, what did we need for the new hab? I need 2 more. Oh, is that 2 more? No, it's 2 of the other things. 2 of the basic electronics. We can make those right away. I believe we can now make it. We can make the cargo habitat. Put that off opposite the living quarters, and that gives us space for there to add additional things. Hopefully it'll fit. Is it gonna fit? Oh dear, I don't think that's going to fit. Well, I mean, it'll fit there, but that thing's enormous. It's gigantic. Crap. Let's see, what can I do about that? Right now, there's realistically nothing I can do about that. I mean, I can, temporarily, I guess, probably drop it. That thing's freaking huge. Well, it does have additional doors. Okay, so we can drop it here. We need to change this. Build. Select. Dismantle. And build an airlock there. Knock that down. This is a small, right? Yep, that's a small. We've got a couple of those on us right now, so let's go ahead and fire in the hole! I had to kill it. And we're back to... Oh my god, that used up one of our... used up one of our batteries or whatever the hell it is. This is why I need to eventually move over to the new and improved place. Crafting. Basic electronics. The cargo. Please, you got it. You're gonna fit, aren't you? Aren't you gonna fit? You're gonna fit, aren't you? It's not gonna fit, is it? No, that thing's in the way. Okay. Plan D. Approximately. Nope. We need another medium. Yes, we need another medium terraform. Oh, a large terraforming charge for that? Seriously? I think I have one more large. And if it's what we need, it's what we need. Yeah, it is big. I didn't realize it was so big. The large. It's purple. That is the injector. We're looking. Those are the mining explosives. That is the large terraforming charge. I don't assume a mining charge will work, right? That's just used for designed to crack open resources. Alright, we're going to use the large then, because that's what we've got. Wrong thing. Alright, we've got a large, and it's in charge. Really, that looks more like a medium to me. It really does. But it says L, so... yeah. Big fire in the bigger hole! Thank you. So much regolith. More... Why isn't it clicking? Can you not click it lengthwise? Can you not connect it up lengthwise? Oh, it clicked. No, it didn't. I thought I heard it click. Cannot build colliding with the terra... Is that little freaking thing? It is, isn't it? I do have one more small, right? Yeah, I do. Alright, well then. Fire in the hole. You say definitely like you know. Like you know for a fact. You're wrong. Ha ha! Yeah, you see? You doubted me. More fool you, sir. Let's seal up the doors on either side for now, at least, and then we need to make another airlock. Which I believe needs another one of the batteries. It's the world's slowest Lego, is what this game is. Basic electronics. And that will allow us to air seal our whole place. And for now, we can drop some steps up so we can use this as an entrance as well. And platform. There we go. It's glorious. Now this increases the storage of any storage unit by what, 25%? 25%? I need to AFK for a second and refill my coffee cup. Remember to push the AFK button. Pro streamer. That'll do for starter, I think. We'll start carting our stuff over. I didn't check on one thing. So the power is sort of unified. The same power is used by both places. So that's good, and then I won't have to do a whole lot of reproduction of the power. I can start moving stuff across. Power, storage, etc. Yeah. I was pretty sure that was the case. I am really enjoying the game. Boop. Our first trip over, we're just gonna don't empty the chests, just move them. Yeah, I can move one at a time, right? That is a good idea. To also move. So click, move. Yeah, I had intended to do that, but was forgetting. I'd assumed that I would just simply carry them across. But I forgot about it, because my hurry to start moving. Moving into a new place is so exciting. In real world, it sucks. Moving is one of the worst experiences a human can willingly choose to subject themselves to. Oh. Let's see. So that has got our finished components. I'm just going to take another batch and then we will head down and we will do... I also need a servo motor. But that I think is going to require me getting more stuff. I think we need 2 more Kaolianite frames for the servo motor. Yeah, 2 frames, 2 more basic electronics. 2 frames, 2 basic, well, yeah, 2 frames, 2 basic electronics, and 3 microcircuits. And the microcircuits themselves, which are we low on? Gold or dust? Gold. Still have the gold here? No. I have some of the gold here. I hope I didn't just move that over. I probably did. No, I didn't. Not entirely, anyway. Alright. So let's see. We can... That one is empty, so we can go ahead and dismantle it for parts. We can pick up the remains of this one, dismantle it for parts. You can also move an entire lab and all of its contents will go too. Oh. Oh, hab. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that should work. Well, we will give it a try, won't we? We will. First things first. I'm now completely frazzled. Look what you've done to me. You frazzled me, sir. Why have you frazzled me? Because you could. I know. I'm going to try and move... If we've got space to drop the hab, which I think we do right there. I will remove the platform and we'll see if we can drop the hab there. I didn't pick anything up. That's fine. I forgotified. We will remove the ramp. I did want to try moving it. I had forgotten about that. And if you don't have space trying to place it, right click just cancels the move. It stays put. Thank you. Can it just connect to the door? Or does it need like a connector? It should be able to connect to the airlock. Yeah, it should, because the other thing did. Can I build colliding with construction? Excuse me, what? Yeah, because we went from door to door. Connectors really just give a little flexibility in positioning, is all. We'll try again. If you can't tell, by the way, Vorp is a little further along in the game than I am. Where are we? Come on. No. Try a micro connector if it's not snapping. Not a bad idea. Short connector, micro connector. I've got the materials. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Micro. That just... I have no idea if that actually did anything. It made the clicky sound. I didn't get an error message. I'm just a little confused. Try removing the airlock first. It says cannot move or dismantle this object. Doesn't look like it did it. No, but I can't move or dismantle the object? Is that weird to you? Oh, now it clicked. Back to the micro. No, it doesn't look like that connects at all. Airlock must be attached first. Okay, airlock is attached. It worked that time. You're bad. I forgive you because I am a generous God. This time for sure. Cannot build, colliding with a construction. There we go. That was just a little bit weird. Okay, and now we can get the platform out. Whip that around. And now we have all of our lab space connected up here to our cargo space, which connects to our front room, and over here, the bedroom, and of course, my little mascot. we will get the last pieces out of the hab and disassemble and move those around and disassemble the hab as well. Have to blow more shit up to move the rest, yeah. The power stuff, that's a little annoying. Oh, most of the power stuff is already in the other place. Our power should be fine then. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna move it closer and then just drop it next, close to it. And I can move stuff over at my leisure. Yeah, that's the kind of thing I will end up doing. Dismantle. No, it doesn't have to be attached, I know. Because this isn't. So I'll just move this close to it. And then we'll have access to everything we need relatively close by. Had wiring mechanics that other demo I played. That's not even funny. That's excruciating. I got a YouTube comment from someone saying, yeah, I agree completely about your take on the game. Too much friction, not enough fun. I don't actually have much of an improved place to place this, do I? Oh, that'll work for now. Until I can clear out some more space, at least it's closer. Yep. 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 Get what they're trying to go with the demo? Yeah, yes, and I don't disagree with it. I think that you could do a cool, you could do a cool game with all of that stuff. This just wasn't it. Oh my god, are you kidding? Uh-huh. Yeah, they're not kidding. All right. Is this enough? Let's find out. No, I don't think it will be. You gonna snap? It snapped. There we go. What we got in here? All right, we wanted to drop that off. And that off. We needed to drop. This is right now our storage for organics. We haven't gone much in the depths. All right, well, before I call it an evening, which is a ways off, but if we want to make, not here, right? Right. Got power cells. I think we needed a couple more basic electronics for some. And we're going to move this. for now at least, this can go right here. I need to take just a sec. I had soup for dinner and I've been drinking coffee, and I'll be right back. And I've even remembered again. Alright, we also needed to make a servo motor, but I don't... I don't think we make that here. Nope, that's made at the electronics table over here. And for this, we're going to need, our 2 basic electronics, 2 more Calianites, and 3 microcircuits. And we needed, what, more gold, I think? Yeah, we need more gold. We are fine on the electronics. We've got more Calianite ore. That should be over here. Getting ready to do your AFK job too? I'm sorry. Yep, I'm back. Thank you, Misty. That uses the Calianite ore. So I don't want to higgledy-piggledy use up all of my Calianite. Because we need that for other stuff too. Higgledy-piggledy. Yeah, I said it. I both higgled and piggled. Both. At once. I know. I'm a madman. We're not carrying much weight. I think because it's dusk, and no one likes to dive into a crater filled with alien life forms, unless they've had a full night's rest, I'm going to go ahead and sleep until morning. I have received 100 messages today with Restream Chat. Thank you guys very much for that. I have said it before, and I'll say it again. You're watching another fellow play this. He seems to really love it, and it's quite advanced. I'm really enjoying it. I mean, I've had one real, genuine frustration the first time I died, in that it doesn't allow you to go back to your last save. And so it took me like half an hour to make the stuff, to sell the stuff, to buy the expansion that I needed for my oxygen breathing, so that I could get back to my body and continue playing. That's the only time I haven't thought the game was great. Are there some mini frustrations in the game? Sure. It's one guy working on it himself. He's ridiculous. Give you a kiss or a hug. Baby girl. I'm actually, despite the moobs, I'm a guy. All right. It's an understandable mistake, really. All right, I've got the Whichever was required. I've got, I think, for the elevator to get me to the underwater facility. I don't have the servo motor to get the other door open. Big fan of spooning? Well, how do you think I got so fat? Spooning stuff into my big fat gob. And forking. I'm fond of spooning and forking. Or is that not what you meant? Here is Kappa, and it's kind of a shithole. Ah, a little oxygen. Love is like oxygen. You get too much, you get too high. Not enough and you're gonna die. Did I not just put it in? Water level must be lowered. Oh. Okay. That's a thing I did not know. Well, we'll go ahead and grab some oxygen and see if we can figure out how to lower the water level. How to lower the damn water level. Sorry. We've got external entry door to the intake dam appears to be rusted shut. Maybe you'll have luck at the undersea dam.
That was rhetorical, Lord.
Got some tangite.
Does that say undersea dam?
Dam control level. Up. It's the weird voice.
Yes, thank you, Stan.
Pressure an elevator into an alien lake is against OSHA regulations. Yeah, but you're not sure. You're pretty sure, but you're not sure. Sure?
That's
All right.
a lot of doors. Locked ones.
Very locked. Keycards and genetic two-factor ID. Let's see if I can.
First thing they installed, before I arrived, before I didn't return.
You're being weird deliberately, aren't you?
Can you decide not to do the things you did?
Why won't you just tell us what...
Tracking strings. I got into door systems and found data on their paired keycards. The strings point to other facilities. Moo and Theta.
All right, well, Moo, we kind of know where it is.
Alright, let's check them out so we can see what Grandad thought was so precious about this place.
But first, that's if you're walking backwards, we have a new recipe. It is sign water. I'm not sure if that's important. Storage and another recipe. Undersuit, light gray. Anti-gravity tech. The fuck? I did not play Planet Crafter. I did watch a fair amount of it get played. Used in crafting advanced items that utilize anti-gravity properties. Just left it sitting around for anyone. Specifically me. A medium terraforming charge, very nice. A little tangite. And a Kalinite frame. I'm not going to say no.
Could it be related to the anti-gravity tech that Ark used?
And more petroleum fuel. Oh, we've got, I think, an Arca-Cola. Arc-Cola. Pardon me, I need to drink a cola. Dev should have had that chest mysterious hovering slightly off the ground. I like that. and rotating slowly so you would notice. We need personal key card for Grant Harlow. Don't you at me. Well, that's everything we can get to immediately here.
So, 3 doors and 3 key cards.
We could go that way, but
Epsilon, Mu, Theta.
One key card for each facility.
Seems so. What are they doing down here, Roland?
Sadly knows. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, but how does it fit in? Before or after?
If you return now, you won't have to go in, no.
Not gonna happen. This is my claim. My granddad thought it was important for me. I'm gonna find out why.
Granddads are often genetic, but no one returned, so you can't be...
granddads are often genetic.
I'm 100% positive no one returned.
I didn't know you could be less than 100% positive.
Getting oxygen skills, both at 2-2, pretty much required down here. Yeah. Tried it, just wasn't speedy enough to grab stuff and always out of oxygen. Yeah, that my one death occurred from trying to get here my first time. And then tried to get back, and I got stuck in a little cul-de-sac. And I was enraged that it basically, Roland medevacs you out, but all your stuff stays behind. And so I had to make and sell, or acquire and sell a bunch of stuff for about half an hour it took to have the additional like 6,000 I needed to buy oxygen filtering too. I already had oxygen too, but it was just too narrow of a gap to try and make with any sort of predictable result. I quit a lot of games too, and frankly, in a lot of games I would have quit at that point. The fact that I didn't says a lot about this game, not a lot about me. That I liked everything else I had seen, so I came back, and then I spent about 2 hours building the platform that connects the climber all the way up. All right. There's something 70 meters ahead. Is that Mu? Or Mew? Whichever it is. Probably. All right. So. Have I done it again? Have I turned myself around again? I think I have. Yep, I have. Yeah, it's up here. Oops. All right, come on. Usually try to stick to the lit path. Yeah, I didn't even realize that those were lights until now. They're a little bit too of a sort with the other glowing stuff.
Well, we do need them all. So it matters in order.
During this, you might want to look at stationeers.
Theta is a bioengineering and hydroponics research.
All right, give me a sec.
Perhaps we might have to do these labs for ourselves. Or
I've just Googled it so that I can check on it later.
I'd wager there are bound to be plans or improved power facilities we can adapt for the outpost. There's also
Epsilon.
no key card there, but it seems to be an archaeology outpost. Maybe there's valuable technology to be found.
Yeah.
Choices. Thanks, that's useful.
Survivors. We made it down to the next climber station after detonating the EMP. Got a really strange message. Wait.
You won't return, just like me.
The ominous door. I now feel is even more ominous.
That's the one. The tracking data says the keycard from Dr. Harlow is in there, and the bypass mode can integrate
bypass mode.
to smooth an entry code. We'll need a new mold for each locker door, though.
Oh, God.
Think the key cards to get the key cards to get the camera module from inside Kappa. Not confusing at all.
It was hard to understand what they were saying. This is Stanley, the voice. They didn't make a lot of sense. Could they be a survivor? Someone from a neighboring claim? We'll keep an eye out. We're now another large facility. Who knows how deep in the planet? I'm going to take a look around, see what working with here. Amount of potential salvage is astronomical. Sorry. Doesn't look like I can get any further down on the climber. The system mentions a facility Omicron. But it seems like there's some sort of issue further down and won't take me there. This new contact over the radio is strange, and obviously we'll try to help anyone we can if they're still down here. But all being well, we're looking at a big payday once we process all the salvage. Ching. Curried sausages for your dinner? Oh, that sounds good. No onions. You see, I loathed onions until literally one day. High school or junior high school, we go to the Dickens Fair, and there's a vendor. Me and my friends decide we need to buy lunch. We've been given a few bucks, and there's a guy selling bangers, and I know bangers are sausages, and he's handing out sandwiches to people who are buying. And so I order a banger sandwich, and it comes smothered in grilled onions. And I don't want to look like a jerk in front of everyone, so I take a big bite of the grilled onions, and I go, okay, I love onions now. And it was that fast. The smell makes you retch. That's a different thing. Into the heart of darkness. We step straight into some sort of fairy tale, a vast underground jungle deep within the planet. Somehow, despite lack of natural light down here, the plant life is overabundant. It's overgrown everything. The man-made structures are gradually returning to nature. There's something poetic about it. Anyway, the strange new character we heard on comms channel is called Stanley. It's been hard to get anything much more out of his name out of him. I think he must have lost it years ago, trapped down here. How he's managed to survive so long is beyond me. Cannibalism! But if he's alive, and there must be others too, I've reset the external power for the Epsilon facility we found ourselves in so we can go out and explore this amazing place. Roland says that the Stanley character's carrier wave has modulated, whatever that means, and he's used it to grab the coordinates for a bunch of other facilities, including Kappa. I found the Kappa facility. What I didn't expect is actually underwater. Seems like there was some complex system of dams and water control going on. I have no idea what these people would want to construct a facility literally inside a lake, but they did. I managed to find my way into the dam, but the control room is sealed behind 3 locked doors, each of which opens only with a personal keycard belonging to a supervisor from the local facilities. Once I find all 3, I can drain the water from the lake and get into Kappa. There's a keycard pinging in Epsilon where the climber is, but I've not found it yet. We're checking. Might be the easiest one to find. There's still no sign of where this Stanley guy is. He doesn't seem to be into much of a hurry to be rescued. Kind of creeping me out, if I'm honest. Anyway, I can choose which of the local facilities to explore first. Roland gave me the rundown on each. Theta, bioengineering, hydroponics. Might be useful plans and blueprints related to growing plants or creating useful items. Mu, or Mu, I still have no idea. This is where they generate their power, apparently. I'm sure I can jury-rig some of their tech for use back at the outpost. Lambda, no supervisor there, but it's an archaeology research, which is just pretty cool. Yeah, archaeology? Bound to be some valuable stuff there, maybe. Alright, that is Nikuti Sinclair. That one is George Broussard. That one is Lisa Chapman. And that one is Grant Harlow, who's one of the guys who, theoretically, his card is in here somewhere. I can see all these glowing things in all of these places, and I can't get to them. It's infuriating. On the other hand, a nice curry. I'm totally down for a nice curry. Really. What do we got? We have a good amount of weight left. She'll get access just as soon as you don't need them. Well, that's to be expected. That's the way things go. All right, we can't get past here. All right, we got everything out of here. And that is the vault that we were talking about. That needs a bypass mole. Okay. So we need a bypass mole. We need, I can't remember the name of it. And this one is also closed, right? Yeah. All right, I'm going to try to reach Moo. I'm going to go ahead and save here. Just to be safe. Juice me up. I move faster for 3 minutes. Can we reach Moo? Or Mew, whichever. All right, that's facility Kappa. This is facility Moo, or Mew. Anyone know? Because I surely do not. That must be it over yonder. I'm going to guess we're probably going to need another something to get in, but I don't know that. Is this thing throwing out oxygen or not? I've got extras. Where's Moo? Where the hell is Moo? That's Kappa. I don't see Moo anywhere. Has this thing fallen across the road? I think it has. And I can't get past. Or under. We'll grab a little O2 here while we think. We'll try around. This direction. Looks like there is something, a facility in this direction. Again, I wish we could see vertically. Ah, we've got the lights that Vorp mentioned. And can we get in, or will we need...
This must be the new facility.
We need another servo motor. We need 2 servo motors.
Whoa. This place is totally overcool.
2 servo motors we need. And a mole. 2 servo... I probably should start taking notes at some point. 2 servos and a mole. Good thing I dropped the O2 generator. 2 servos and a mole. That's what we need, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. 2 servos and a mole. Or perhaps it's not a mole. Perhaps it is instead a delicious chocolatey sauce of Middle Mexican and Central American and Mesoamerican cuisine, a mole, instead of a mole. I mean, it could be. That's conceivable. Not unlikely, granted, but it's possible. Because we also, I think, need a servo motor to open that one. So we need 2 servos and a mole. Yep, 2 servos and a mole. I tried it, that wasn't it. I did open one of the only one of the combination things I've found so far, I think. Back to the surface, please. Ah, home sweet home.
Wow. They're incredibly protective of anything to do with that tech.
Well, it's in the reason you became the most powerful tech corporation in the galaxy, and no one else knew how you did it. I imagine you would be too.
Fair enough. So, where did
We're going to sell all of the great wood.
Extracted directly from Arctic, and modified to work with other types of devices.
Petroleum. Trudy.
Yeah, the Dereks would be keen to know that our stuff has been reverse engineered by some strange project on my claim.
I suspect you're right on that.
Just checking if there's anything else I can safely sell off. I don't think I need the glow sticks, but they're not going to sell for much. We're fine, man. We'll just take the 855. What are we currently running around with cash-wise anyway? 69.59. I don't think we need to be going bonkers on any of this stuff yet. Any crafting plans that we desperately want? The large terraforming charge, maybe. Not cheap. Oh, the Tangrite drill bit. And the focusing lens. That's for that laser we found. We don't need any of those yet. Or those. But that's only a matter of time. Visual customization so we can make ourselves look cooler. But really, how could I possibly look any cooler than I already am? I mean, let's be fair. We've got 6,900. We already got the energy capacity for Roland. Okay, well, I think that's going to do for that then. That goes in there. Did we put that in there? We did. Alright, we now have a medium terraforming charge that we'll be carrying around with us for the immediate future. Oxygen dome. We can put the Mark IIs in there. That. Want to keep the medium terraforming charge with us, I think. A couple of power cells, a couple of basic electronics. We can just carry those around with us. Not much in the way of weight. Alright, what else are we looking at? Let's see, any new structures that we're going to want to be building in the near future? Those are all just sort of components for enlarging your base. So we've got the cargo and welfare habs. No new facilities, no new production, no new platforms, lighting, storage. Doesn't look like there's anything else. Power? No, just that one initial one we had. Horizontal wind turbine. That's going to require more servos. More Tom servos. I hope you get that reference. Because we need 2 servo motors and a bypass mole. Oh, we're almost done with the bypass mole. We can make 1 microcircuit. I'm going to go ahead and make that and make the bypass mole right now. You know, I was going to call it a night. But the bypass mole is used to get into the vault, and the vault is really close. This one is looking interesting. One of the things I like about it, because over the last 1.5 or 2 years, I've grown into quite a fan of survival crafting games. But most of the time, the thing about them I like the least is the combat. It always feels either like it's okay, that they've stapled on something okay. Because if it was good, then they'd be making a combat game, not a survival crafting game. So it's always felt kind of extraneous. At least so far, there's no combat in this. It's story and then the crafting and survival, which for me is making it much more interesting. Now, for a lot of people, they're not going to like it if there's, essentially 0 combat, at least so far. I don't think it has an especially great look and feel for a game that's going to have much combat. But for what it is, the thing's great. I'm having a blast with it, and I can certainly understand saying, I don't need another game, but yeah, I get that personally a lot. Well, here we go.
Promises, please. It was a promise. You said it with your words.
Oh, God.
Uh-huh.
Are they all?
No life signs. Sensors say.
Unkind. I didn't know they were unkind.
Well, they say it's been a long time. Maeve, there's a keycard hanging from one of the court.
Some credits. I like that. Cactus moonshine. I mean, who doesn't like a little moonshine? More credits. Oh my God, I'm going to be wealthy. That is Simone Parker. I don't know. They're still in their suits. Ooh, a nutrient bar. They're still in their suits. I wouldn't want to crack open one of those suits. That's for sure. We have another recipe here. Sign medical. I assume that this is a sign you can put over your storage unit. And we have another recipe here. Lights and flashlights yellow. Oh, we have another suit. Nothing on them. Ah! Credit chips. Well, okay, I'm not rich. Oh, we got another debtor. This is Grant Harlow. That's one of the ones we need.
Belongs to a Dr. Harlow.
Return, return, return. You must return. It's not help to see.
We got 2 more anti-gravity techs. We got an auto injector, and then we've got another Memo. From Grant Harlow. Tanya, you know that I'm not one to be overly cautious, but I must again urge taking particular care today. Grant, you assured me in the lead up to today's test that everything was, and I quote, absolutely ready. Well, yeah. Ready as can be given the circumstances. As we've discussed, without perfected construct, I cannot guarantee success. We have no choice. The board are breathing down my neck. If we fail, we try again. It's just, well, you remember what happened with the very first sample, the blackouts? You don't need to remind me, Grant. I was physically in the chamber, unlike you, if I recall. Yeah, well, I had to monitor things from the gallery, naturally. I have to prepare. We'll debrief after the test. Or possibly not. I believe we got everything out of here. We clicked all the bodies. We looted all the stuff.
Everyone here is dead. Because I could not provide a return.
Why didn't you return?
You see, I personally think that Stanley is like,
as tight as I could, but it was not enough.
Not enough for what?
like Roland.
Did they find something down here?
It was bigger and brighter and louder than he said it would be.
I think he's an AI.
There was no return.
I don't know that's true.
Just me.
Maeve, I think we need to talk. Alone.
All right, Harlow, I think, was down here at the end. Yep. Workpad 05. Designated management eyes only. Awareness, distribution, consumption, or acknowledgement of this communication by unauthorized personnel is punishable by the penalties defined in subsection 21A of the company compulsory employee agreements document. Permanent revocation of corporeal actuality. Corporeal actuality. That's called having a body. Oh, interesting. Perhaps Stanley is a disembodied body. Team, the existence of protocols for dealing with the winding down of projects such as this is completely normal and expected, especially for projects operating in the kind of adversarial circumstances we do. We've all built relationships that would make the final steps of tear paper protocol difficult. I suggest you use this fact to motivate your teams to redouble their efforts so we can demonstrate the viability of our approach to the next extraction test. I trust this additional context puts the topic to rest. Basic electronics, a couple of gold bars he just happens to have sitting around in his room. Advanced electronics, first one of those I've gotten. Yeah, that's the bunk beds, we don't need that. I have a new journal entry waiting. Yep. Contingency planning. Not missing any others, are we? No. Still has a code, right? Yeah, it's got a code. Like, did I just hear the ding ding? Alright, we're going to hit the climber. I missed a credit chip previously. It's just sitting there. This is the full game. It released just a few days ago. It's still on sale. 20% off is $16.
No, Stanley's definitely not all there.
It's not just that. I'm still getting pings on that stuff. And not just on the carrier wave.
You think that has something to do with Stanley?
There are still many sectors of my memory that I can't address, despite your granddad's maintenance efforts. They all have a file stub, and they're all getting pings.
Then I don't speak code, man.
It's like there's a
So
song
Roland
with
was
the
our
chorus,
granddad's
and then everything you hear is
assistant.
little music. It's incredibly frustrating.
We always knew you weren't like other AI constructs. I'm sorry whatever made you, is making things difficult.
Just let's be careful. Nothing here makes sense, including sadly.
What do we have? One of 3 keycards needed for the triumvirate lock in the Kappa drainage dam. Right, okay. One thing we can do right now is sell all those credit chips. 480, 1680, 2880 cash monies. We're now at about 10k, something like that. 9839. We should spend some. We need to spend another 12,500 to unlock tier 3. Cargo. The cargo bay. Oh, that's for the auto. Yeah, we want that for sure. That allows our automated things to deliver goodies. The bigger storage container. Yeah. Up, and are there any cheap upgrades we can get for ourselves? That's 15,000. That's 50,000. Which seems like a lot. We've got how much left? 6,800. Construction drone. That's only used to have a little drone so you can fly over to when you're building your place. That's kind of a not needed, at least at this point. Longer gravity tether, maybe. None of those are floating my boat. I'll hold on to what we've got. We're putting finished parts over here. And then there are things we're carrying with us. We're up to about, what, 8 pounds now? We don't need the solazine tablets, really. Well, we can take those and the cactus moonshine next time. I believe I'm going to call it here for the evening. I want to thank all you guys for hanging out, as always. Very appreciative. I should be back tomorrow at the usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand. Note that we here in America, we've already had our daylight savings, so your time may be off by an hour from what you were used to if you've been here in the past and you're not an American, or if you're in Arizona, where they don't have it, or Hawaii, where they don't have it. I'm in neither of those places. We have it. But that's the plan. Probably, I expect I'll be here. I may play more because I am enjoying it. I am also offline playing Path of Exile, the new season. No deaths so far. Act 7? 8? Act 7 or 8. But that is my plan. Probably back here in Aethus, which I'm really enjoying. Again, thanks for hanging out. I'm very grateful. Hopefully you'll see me soon. I hope the rest of your Tuesday night, or possibly Wednesday morning, goes great. Hopefully you can get through your hump day quick and start the coast towards your weekend. Thank you all for hanging out.